Hello everyone. Today we will see how to use Proton Elic RB1 accessories and how to use the program in Datally and how to turn Proton Elic RB1 on and off. We will now install a Proton Elic RB1. When the device is first turned on, there are three different apparatus. We have cablets to connect them to each other. We take our electromagnetic reading sensor, which is cesium sensitive. Our device can be connected in a comfortable way. There are already certain aspects. Already you cannot connect the wrong. Here we have a battery with a 50-hour use time. We have a steel armored cable. But impact resistance rope 68. It has waterproof and anti-interference accessories. It enables you to make our shots better. There are three separate inputs on the power bank. You can use any of them. I am arranging it in the most comfortable. Why I can carry on. Your side pocket or back pocket can be all of that. Our device is ready to install in less than a minute. Yes, we have installed our device. We introduced our tablet device and the apparatus included in the carrying case. Now let's get to know the front accessories of our device. Our electromagnetic phase reading sensor next to the laser pointer sensor helps our target point day and night. Our thermal sensor, which has a pixel power right next to it, changes as a single and dual lasers according to its period. The laser on which it is seen is a single laser. So these two lasers are one of the important apparatus of our device. Our laser is aimed at the angle the thermal sensor is looking at. There is little difference between these two lasers. We will show you very clearly the difference between lasers in a dark environment. There is a small distance of 5 centimeters between them both pointing to the same target. In our Proton Elic RB1, we have a LiDAR sensor. By the way, my model is Model 1. We also have two models. The LiDAR sensor does not adjust the distance in a model device. The device scans the area when it starts shutting. Right here, we have a on-off button. Our device does this with a single button. When I move this button in the middle to this direction, thermal scanning is done on the other side and magnetic scanning is done. We have button at the power input of the device. This was put to protect the main unit. You can disconnect the device here if something goes wrong. When the fuse receives a high voltage, it closes itself with a click and protects the machine. It contains the serial numbers and versions on the sensor. Yes, we have installed our device. We are familiar with the front panel of our device. Now we will provide a connection to the computer. We will tell you about indoor and outdoor shots. Before I told you, I drew attentions to the something. We have two lasers. Both of these lasers face different directions. I just walk away and project the laser as you can see it. You see two green and red lasers. In red, we see the thermal spot very clearly in our thermal scan. Our program opens. I get your control panel right here. As you know, our device is made in Turkey. It can be translated into any language in the world. This infrastructure is already available in the language options in your software. Here is a COM connection setting. This link is given to you in the application you use this code. We are three here. Making the connection, I need to keep my device steady without moving it up, down. Shall be kept at the height of our eyes at shoulder height. I will explain this is more detailed later in the video. I am picking the interior for indoor scanning. If I am going to magnetic scanning, thermal scanning shall be checked if magnetic thermal scanning is done. I am checking my button. Yeah, I am on a magnetic sweep. I am doing the grip position of our device and I start scanning. The scala you see here is moving because I am in the interior scan. Yeah, I keep scanning. I mark the place I want to see. Stop it. I am not disturbing the position of our device here. Yes, as I can see, I reset my device. Because this place is Cappadocia, we have rooms, the floors. I understand there is a room above you because the space cycling L rising. When you see the color on the floor, there is completely magnetic and thermal metal pollution. But our device value is 74. So hers, not a metal iron. Because as you know, Cappadocia are the structures formed by volcanics coming from Erciyes mountain. Already is searched very civilized area red image are more intense. This does not mislead, use as image. Because the detections scala here shows exactly what we are looking at. We just did an indoor scan. If you say how the perform indoor outdoor scanning or if I am indoors and you will not have a job with scaling and horizon line, we can choose outdoor scanning. I made a choice of outdoor space here. There are day and night concepts and we will explain them in detail. I make my connection immediately. Come, I choose three options. This is in ideal position for me to hold the device. I say start doing my scan. We need to scan with small movements without making big movements. If we scan with large moves, my screen will display complex, unselected image. This makes our job difficult. If you remove more than the range out warning will come and your scanning will stop. This rule should be observed here. It is ideal for use to scan at distance of the up to 5 meters. Yeah, guys, we are out now. There is a rocky area ahead. We think there's a gap. As Anne explained, here is bit of a ventilation shaft. Now let's start shooting outdoor. We have prepared the connection of our device. Preparing my position. I am not getting too close to the target. I am going to scan up to 24 meters. Now, let's scan together. The screen will not be visible to the daylight, but in the next stage, we will show you what kind of shooting we have seen and what appeared. Now I am moving on. Yeah, we're scanning again in very small circular motions. I am stopping my scan. I am done. Yes, we have a gap right in front of me. It appeared clearly that there was a gap. I am recording it for review next time. Yes, friends, we just scanned a target that's below use. Now let's scan a target above use. Here I want to scan the area in front of me. I choose outdoor and remove advise Proton Elic RB1 range out. I will see the purchase. So I can only choose the indoor option in this place. This way, It will be easier for me to scan the area across me. What is our only difference? In outdoor shooting, the distance cursor will work, which means it will show us how far it is. But it will not show the distance of the target to use in indoor shooting. If we have to take a shoot, we can see how far we are looking. The rack is front of me is a maximum of 5 to 6 meters away and about 7 meters above the ground, or we can still shoot outdoors. But we need to be higher than the exact target. Yes, friends, you save the target. The target stands 200 meters from me and higher than me. Can I shot? Search a target. Can I scan this area? Of course I scan. If there is such a stations, I can immediately pick up the target and go up and start my scan from there and make my area scan from there to get a better image. I can easily shut outdoors here. Yes, we have told you how a Proton Elic orbit device works and how to scan. I often remind you of the mistakes that can be made before proceeding to the next step. Our grip position shall be like this. We need to do our scans with small movements. Small circular movements allow you to do a healthy scan. So large movements should not be done. I is the mistake. You can't see anything that exists. Even if you do, you cannot transfer a healthy image. The device will only shot an ambulance shot. So we need to shot with small movers. After we start the computer, we can slowly. And after we say stop, we should keep our device still for a while. Then we can save and examine our image. Now, if you want, let's go to the part where we can make deep separation and see the screen clearly. Yes, friends, Proton Elic RB, have you seen the application of one of our device? We say how to scan. First, let's open your program and get to know it. First of all, we have a control panel. Yes, we have a program here. We have language options. We have many world languages such as German, Arabic, French, English, Italian, Turkish, Croatian, Albanian, and so on. We continue with our Turkish language. On the other hand, there is a section where our ports are set. There is a providing port for each device. COM3 like for here we can open the saved file. This is the new section used for the new scan. On the flowing panel, there is the concept of day and night. If we are going to perform a day scan, we should select a night scan if we will perform a day scan. We have indoor and outdoor scans, inner and outer. I am taking a little panel on the so you can see it. We also have a sensor panel. If there is a thermal surge, touch the button and I will return to the thermal sensor. On the other hand, we have interpolation settings. So we have advanced filter settings. Threshold, strengthen, again, soften and soften buttons are available. There are settings such as soften minus values, plus soften values. The settings are based entirely of scientific data. Our device actually performs itself automatically. We need these panels so that the changes can be examined here is in very advantage states. On the other hand, we have distance active, distance passive button. If you want to show the distance in the indoor scan, we can select this cursor. We just need to activate it. If we don't want to, we make it passive. We'll leave it passive. Sonar view, this is also magnetic and thermal scanning is also requested when a scanning screen comes. Sonar scan screen. So we can select this when we want to scan a more local area in detail. This can also be activated or not. When active, Such passive screen is such a display. Let's perform the connection of our device 3 of our COM. COM connection has been made. Meanwhile, one of our sensor is adjusting. This will continue for a few seconds. We need to wait for this return. We are in a closed room. You will only see the positing on the screen. How it's done is like what's market. Our contact is ready now. I am looking at our device in magnetic thermal. Magnetic 2. I am scanning now. Local screening is useful. I am shouting break my grip. I am going into analytics soon. But I have to record it first. I recorded, get my connections. Before we do revive, we need a figure out if my shot is of a better quality. The 0 point here shall be in the following range. Our small slit point hero is 0. It was a right shot. I am recording. I saved this incorrect shot as 1. I save it a go 2. 0 has recorded the smallest point at 18. What is the red color here? I see all these values on the left side of my screen. The possible value of the object here is not 1,000 or 5,000. It might even be stone or rock. Let's have a space below. V is not 1,000 or 5,000. We should note that there is a fairly large gap away from the skeleton on the left. There is a gap from 0 to the 100. %90 of U's have an amplitude, 11% osopalene. Let's start clearing the depth and distance of the target. What color is the most instance in the shooting area? If the blue color is instance, the spindle must be selected on the control panel. You should choose the air in the green, red, green tones. Here, the shaft should be selected. Because the blue tones are instance, the gap here is 2 meters 20 centimeters away. 6 centimeters deep. I am sending you this image from top of a cave right now. This cave in Cappadocia cave everywhere. In this scan, we see clearly that there is no metal. Now, let's match our program again and see our thermal sensor. In fact, the sea, lake and the water also appear. Now let's do the thermal search. Our device was left on the last magnetic sensor. Looking at the link shows 3 I choose the thermal sensor. I started my scan. Now I've done my scan. I see there are values below 0. I am doing my scan again. Where I'm moving on. I keep scanning the area we think is a gap. Yeah, we got the right shot right now. We didn't choose a magnetic scan, we had to choose. Let's not make mistakes like this. I am doing my regressions as a 5. We need to do this from a real target. I am discounting my device. Yes, we saved the gap, we saved in the thermal sensor. We actually use the thermal sensor, water, sea and lake. But we just did the work with it. This is actually a completed field space. Yes, I see a lot of red and yellow in the middle of the 0 point. Our color separation scales helps use her. 20,000 and more metallic colors in question. Here we can also see a gap. We are now in Cappadocia, so we can see a lot of gaps here. There are 2 types of options such as air and miles. The option here is air. Let us look at the other gap when we center distance of 14 meters 16 centimeters. Deep is 14 meters 15 centimeters. The ground is rock, where is the appears reds and yellow colors. Proton Elic RB1 can see with a device that a ground is rocky and soil. Goodbye. To see you in another video.